All right, we're live at Pace Studio with Chuck Prophet, who's here to perform some songs for us this afternoon. And why don't we just dive right in and have you tell us about the first song?
All right, well, I guess I'm going to play a song here called Bad Year for Rock and Roll, and it can be whatever you want it to be about. Some people think this is about all the heroes we lost this year, and I mean, it might be about that, but it's also about, it's about a year where everybody's, no matter what you believe in or who you believe in, I think everybody's faith was put to the test. So this is for anybody that's lost faith and got it back. This is called Bad Year for Rock and Roll. 2, 3, 4. Well, the thin white Duke took a final bow. There's one more star in the heavens now. The moon won't rise, the sun won't set. There's so many things I would rather forget. Well, I'm all dressed up in my mohair suit, watching Peter Sellers, and I'm thinking of you. I'm wondering where it's all gonna end. It's been a bad year for rock and roll. It's been a bad year. A bad year for rock and roll. I wanna go out, but I'll probably stay home. Now, what you gonna do when your bird won't sing? You try and you try everything. And what you gonna do when your last friend's gone? You're still at the bar and they've all moved on. I can see it in your eyes. It's not too late. We don't have to die to reach a better place. Man, I hope and pray that's true. It's been a bad year for rock and roll. It's been a bad year. A bad year for rock and roll. I wanna go out, but I'll probably stay home. It's been a bad year for rock and roll. It's been a bad year. A bad year for rock and roll. It's been a bad year for rock and roll. Where's my rock and roll? Well, I'm all dressed up in my mohair suit, watching Peter Sellers, thinking of you. I'm wondering where it's all gonna end. Live on the internet.
It's great stuff. Well, you have an album coming out soon.
Yeah, that's right.
It's got a pretty interesting title.
Yeah, it's kind of a loaded title. It's called Bobby Fuller Died for Your Sins. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
you actually used the exact adjective I was going to say that's a loaded title.
Loaded.
So that's a coincidence there. what were you thinking about? Like, do you think he? I know it's like a popular theory that he may have been murdered as opposed to died accidentally.
Well, I mean, it's definitely unsolved. I mean, Bobby Fuller was kind of a presence on this record for a lot of reasons. I think one of the things is that I really admire him because he's, I suppose you would call him an auteur in the film world, is that he made his own records, he wrote his own songs, he made his records in his parents' living room, and although he was kind of a student of Buddy Holly, as a teenager, he had like the biggest dance band in El Paso, and he was such a Buddy Holly fan that he and his brother noticed that on the back of the Buddy Holly records that they were recorded in Clovis, New Mexico. So they got in their car and they drove out there and they found the studio. And Norman Petty, who ran the studio, was nice enough to give him a tour and gave him a little lecture on how hard the music business is. And apparently, according to his brother Randy, that once they got back in the car, Bobby turned to his brother and said, "Okay, we're going to need 2 Neumann microphones. We're going to need some cement. We're going to need some corrugated tin," because they ended up building a studio in their parents' living room and a reverb chamber in their backyard. So, he's a character, and I relate to him on a lot of levels. His records are great, but also he was a guy that went from El Paso to Hollywood, and maybe was a little early or a little late, I don't know. But by the time he got there, it was the Beach Boys and Beetle Boots and the British Invasion, and he was this greaser kid from El Paso, and so I've always related to people that are a little out of step with the times. And he's also, to me, the embodiment of the rock and roll Babylon feel-bad story, and that he came to California chasing this golden dream, and what he got was something entirely different, and I think that's at the root of all great noir paperbacks and films and everything. So, Bobby Fuller looms large over this record.
Awesome. Would you like to tell us, on that note, would you like to tell us a bit about the next song you're going to do?
Well, I think I'm going to play another new song, and I just thought I would play something slow and pretty. Maybe the gods will smile on me this time. This is called Open Up Your Heart. Some people talk behind your back, others keep it hid. Some people carry grudges, for something you never did. I don't carry anything unless you count this torch for you. Someday I might just lay it down, but that day ain't coming soon. Come on, darling, and open up your heart for me. Open up your heart for me. Some people can't forget the past. That's just the way that it goes. I'm not holding on to anything unless you count this rose. The trees are gonna bend like skeletons, reach out and touch the ground. I'd make it happen in a minute, girl, if you'd only turn around. Come on, darling, open up your heart for me. Open up your heart for me. Some people talk behind your back, others keep it hid. Some people carry grudges, you know, for something you never did. So when you gonna open up your heart for me? Open up your heart for me. Someday, darling, you'll open up your heart for me. Thank you.
So, do you still live in San Francisco?
Yeah. Yeah, very much.
You've been there for a while. Right?
Yeah, I've been there since the mid '80s. You know, I went to San Francisco State. I never left. You know.
Yeah. So, I mean, I actually also used to live there for a much shorter time. And have been back since. And it's I've read a lot of pieces about, especially concerning musicians and people in the arts, about how the city's changed in the last 5 or 6 years with the tech boom and everything. And how has that, if at all, affected what you do?
Well, it's pretty simple. You know, I mean, the money came to town. You know, I mean, I don't have to explain what that is to anybody here in Manhattan on, 7th Avenue or wherever we are. The money came to town, and we got dragged into the same stupid money trap that New York and Manhattan and London or anybody else has been dragged into. This is the second sort of tech boom, and this one's probably a little different for some fundamental reasons. In that the first boom, if you were the best and brightest out of MIT at writing code or whatever that is, and you went to work for Apple, you might be totally content to live down in the peninsula and eat at the Olive Garden every day for lunch, But this new breed, they're not content with that. They want the cool stuff, and so it's turned our city into just a white hot real estate market, and so there's that, and then the gentrification is reflected in a lot of ways. One of them is that, people, when people can't afford to live in San Francisco, it's not just about artists or it's not just about musicians, I mean, not everybody gets to be an artist, not everybody gets to be a musician, but it's teachers, and it's community centers, it's churches, have all been forced out, and money just really makes people stupid. That's kind of the way I feel, and I see it every day. Just money makes people stupid.
Yeah, for sure.
This is could be a longer conversation.
Yeah,
Sorry.
But for time's sake, we'll just have you talk a little about your next song.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I'm trying to play new songs, so I hope anybody out there will forgive me. It's just the internet. But this is the title track. This is called Bobby Fuller Died for Your Sins. Cruising through El Paso, carrying a heavy load. Bobby Fuller died for your sins. And a cop shoots a kid on a hot summer morn. Bobby Fuller died for your sins. I could be anywhere when I hear that sound. Take me back, pretty baby. Oh, your daddy, he's so alone. I hear the record crackle, the needle skips and jumps. And I ain't never seen a movie that moved me half as much. I could be anywhere when I hear that sound. Take me back, pretty baby. Oh, your daddy, he's so alone. Come on. stand, divided we fall. Bobby Fuller died for your sins. And I wish my little sister, she could be here now. Bobby Fuller died for your sins. They say someone's gonna have to pay the price of love. Don't know why they gotta pay it or who they gotta pay it to, but Bobby Fuller died for your sins. I could be anywhere when I hear that sound. Take me back, pretty baby. Oh, your daddy, he's so alone. Alright. Thank you. The break room is off the hook here at the Paste offices.
So you're playing in town tonight, is that right, in New York?
I'm playing in town tonight at the Cutting Room as a part of a bigger show for the Light of Day charity. I don't know if I'm playing, a song or two, but I encourage people to come down. It's going to be a big show with a lot of great people.
Awesome. And then you're headed out to Europe after that, and you're coming back in early spring. Is that right?
Yeah, I think we're flying to Europe on February 5th, and going to start in Germany and a little bit of the European continent. I think we have a dozen dates in the UK, and then we're going to finish out somewhere in Eastern Europe, Prague, I think, Serbia, Croatia. I haven't studied. I get a little anxious when I study those itineraries.
Understandable.
But then we're coming back and we're playing the Midwest and we're touring with the Bottle Rockets, and we'll be in New York at the Bowery Ballroom at some point. Do you have that date?
Yeah, you'll be there on the 29th of March.
Yeah, the 29th of March, Bowery Ballroom, Chuck Prophet and the Mission Express with the Bottle Rockets. Get your tickets now.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing you there and then. But in the meantime, thank you so much again for being here with us this afternoon.
Oh, thanks, you guys. Thanks for the attention. I appreciate it. Nice chatting with you, Rachel.
Yeah, you too. And please stop by again anytime.
Oh, you got it.
All right.